Hi everyone, Miriam Pinellas here, and this is video 2 in my series, Chassidus as Medicine. I'm here to share today more insights about the month of Nissan, its name, how it pertains to what's happening within us physically and emotionally, and how to apply it practically in our spiritual lives in the upcoming holiday of Pesach. Nissan is related to the word Nissan, which means a bud. Again, connecting Nissan to spring energy. The nature outside is birthing her flowers and vegetation. And so too within us, you might be beginning to feel things rising up within you, wanting to be expressed and achieved. A reminder that the energy of spring, of the liver, of Nissan is up and out, like plant life. And this represents in the life cycle childhood and within us, self-expression, the ability to assert oneself, self-esteem. And within Eastern medicine, the body is considered a kingdom, and each organ is assigned a role. So the heart is the emperor; she's the ruler of the kingdom. The lungs are the ministers to the emperor. The liver is called the general, and we're talking about the liver because it's connected to spring. Liver is the general of the body. What does an army general do? It surveys, it has vision, again, the connection to the eyes and spring. The general directs the body where things need to go, how and when. And that's why the liver organ controls the flow of the menstrual blood, it controls the flow of energy throughout the whole body, and it regulates the emotions. The liver itself, right? Some people can be very overwhelmed by emotions, but it's within our capacity to direct the emotions when and how they're going to be felt. Why disease happens is because the liver is not being allowed or given the freedom to do what she needs to do. And this will show up physically as menstrual disorders, hormonal imbalances, mood disorders, anger, frustration, irritability, high blood pressure, migraine headaches, a lot of symptoms that are happening from the neck up. Again, because liver spring energy is upward. And so you'll see symptoms in the body when the liver is being stagnated and constricted. Again, remember Mitzrayim is a place of constriction and limitations. Why does this happen to the liver? Why does it get stuck? Many reasons. It can be coming from a plant, perhaps a child self that wasn't nurtured or able to find her way to express herself for various reasons. It could be related to trauma, and it could be related to how a person comes into the world. But it's not a life sentence. It's something that can be changed. And so what we're doing in Eastern medicine with our needles and our herbs is a lot of work with the liver organ and trying to open her back up, because what happens is when we get stuck or we experience pain in life, it's very easy to isolate, to constrict, to go into Mitzrayim, to self-preserve, and it's okay. But if we stay there too long, we get sick, God forbid. And so the work of holistic medicine practitioners is to witness pain, to see it, diagnose it, and then help the body to open up again, to flow, so the emotions and the blood starts flowing, and then symptoms and diseases heal. And this is the act. This is medicine. This is the act of leaving Mitzrayim. This is the act of affirming self, finding the general again within, finding a person finding their voice, taking control back of their life. Nissan is also related to the word Neis, which means miracle, right? And it alludes to the miracles that took place in this time for us as a nation, and that it's in this energy now every year in this month, time of miracles. But it's also related to the word Nisayon, which is a challenge and a test in life, right? And Neis also means a flagpole, or a post, a tall pole that a flag can be raised. So it's pointing to this idea, this truth that challenges and tests in life, pain. Now this is a charged statement, but it's here to lift us. It's here to raise us up the flagpole. Our tests in life are not to break us, they're to build us and to bring us higher than we thought we could be, to expand us more than we thought was possible. One way of healing trauma and healing pain is through transcendence. And this is a concept I learned 3 years ago as I started delving into Chassidus. People think that transcendence is a denial of pain, and it's not. And I learned from reading letters of the Lubavitcher Rebbe that sometimes when we're faced with things that we can't understand, we have to transcend it. We have to transcend the pain. We have to come above it, like the Neis, the Nisayon. And doing that is not running from pain, and it's not ignoring pain. I think I'm finally understanding that what the Rebbe's teaching us is that it's the way to heal the pain. You can't stay stuck in it. Sometimes it's very hard to see when you're in the mud, when you're in the darkness. So transcend, come up the pole. How do we do that? We nullify our need to understand. We become bittul. And we transcend and we trust that there was a reason and there was a purpose. And what happens is from up there, we actually have greater vision. And it's like the liver organ, the general, climbing up the mountain to survey the terrain that needs to be run or taken or whatever the army has to do. He has better vision from on top. He can see better. That's why that happened. That's why that's there. And this is how we're going to do this. So the transcendence is a way to heal. And after that, there can be a re-embodiment and an integration back into life. There's a lot to say on that. But with the upcoming holiday of Pesach, we have the added fuel to do this work because we're going to be eating matzah. And matzah is called not only the bread of faith, but also the bread of healing, right? And they're intertwined. When I can surrender my need to understand and I can trust and have faith, there was a reason, there was a purpose. I'm humbling myself like the matzah, and I'm creating space for healing and understanding to happen. So I bless us all with a Chag Kasher v'Sameach, and to have good intentions when we eat that matzah. I have the most fond memories of my grandfather, Alav Shalom, eating matzah. He was a Holocaust survivor and a chassid from Poland. And he would eat the matzah with such seriousness and contained joy, but such seriousness. And there was no speaking while eating the matzah, and it was eaten in a certain amount of time. And nothing could happen. And he had to bounce in his chair and do whatever he had to do to eat enough matzah in the right amount of time. And it was the most inspiring, beautiful thing to watch as a child. And I'm so grateful to him. And he is my teacher in transcending pain and moving past trauma through eating matzah, through humility, through bittul, through making space for Hashem to show me the why and the how. Wishing all a Chag Sameach, to be continued.